Hello. It's late. Time for all good girls and boys to be in bed. It's certainly time for Big Mama to be in bed. But sleep is a little ways away. Yes, YouTube friends. There's a TV show playing in the background.
Wonder what they're talking about.
Frankly, I haven't watched it before, so I forget what the name of it is.
It looks exciting because all the while just stimulating a massive epidemic that's going on. You think they're solving the world's energy crisis, or better yet.
It's on Hulu if you want to check it out.
That's what they want us to think.
Chopped up. I got a can news before it dies. This is a beef chuck top blade roast boneless. $4.99. Awesome sauce. It's just pounded 2/3, but you know it's $2.99 a pound. What I do with a roast, and you know I don't actually need the funnel. So I split this roast into thirds, and we're just sliding it down in through there, if we can. The most gross part is this would be better with gloves, and I ain't like a big fan of wearing gloves in your house. I figure if you're afraid to touch your own food, you shouldn't be eating it. That's weird. But when you're just shoving things down in the jar and you're pushing, it just shoves it under your fingernails, and that's disgusting. Well, yes, until we learn to put them on the grocery list, we don't have any. Now, those three are ready to can. Sometimes I put salt in with the meat, sometimes I don't. I always added salt before as part of the water bathing process. If you're using a pressure canner, you're really wiping out the need for the salt. So you don't have to add salt if you don't want to. There you go, YouTube people. I turned it off. And by YouTube people, I mean, you know, the ones that say, you can't play this because there was something on it. When I am canning raw meat like this, I do not add any broth with it. It will make its own. Doesn't matter if it, you know, comes up to here or to here or to here. It will can its own broth. Its own juices. My big old what to do now is, do I want to add my standard spices or do I not? I gotta ponder on that. And I have one more roast. This one is just under 1.5 pounds. I really wanted more. It was on sale last week for $2.99 a pound, which, you know, stinks, but sure beats regular price for around here currently. Woo! I could have dropped that on the floor ever so easily. There's $4.31. That's $4.31 and $4.99. $9.30. Okay, that looks about lovely. I'm just gonna slice it. What the heck is going through there? The other one really had a strong layer of something. Don't be hitting my jars. No, no, no. Okay. This one think we're going to do it like this, maybe. Dang. Ah, and that's hurting the inside of my head, as opposed to the outside of my head. Les purple jars. Pretty. Oh gosh, here we go again. And I just washed my hands, and I don't care if I'm going to pick up another one and do the same thing. When it's under there and it feels so gross, you just want it out. I'll put this one in here. Maybe put the fat end down there first, or the harder end. And how are we stacking up? I think I would love to can it with other things, but you know what? Tough crap. We're just going to spread it around. Done. Let's see. That'll go way down in there. That'll probably go as well. Yes, this is awkward cutting. It is as awkward as it looks like it is. Looks like I've never... Come on. Mercy. Gosh, that hurt my chest now. Okay. That one's got a pretty good amount in it. I'm going to add some anyway. So it'll slide right down in there beside it. It's got a pretty good chunk. That one, you know what, we're just going to stick it in this one. Yep, that slipped right down in there. So there we have 5 pints. Ready to go. Now, you can add this to many things. You can just eat it as a roast when you open it. And it's freaking good that way. Should do 2 people nicely. But my son and my grandson call it meat for one, and they wish there was more. Because they're loons. Anyway, I set that up. Sometimes, if I do pour salt on top, which I'm in betwixt, I may as well go ahead, I guess. And I'm just using table salt, and that's fine. It just can make it more cloudy. I'm not worried about the presentation, especially through the purple jar. Do I have? Apparently not. Alrighty. So, going to eyeball it. And the eyeballing means I'm trying to put approximately the same amount in each jar. Like I said, with the pressure canning, you don't have to have it. I'm putting probably, you know, 1/4 of a teaspoon in here. Maybe a half. That one got more, I think. I think they all got more but this one. But, you know, hey, don't till it feels good. Now, even though I usually don't, I keep forgetting to put the salt in the bottom of the jar, and I prefer it's done like that. But what I do is, like, where the salt is laying on it, you just pour a tad of water on the salt. So it doesn't just lay there in one spot. See, that's hardly, I don't even think it's an ounce. That one may have been. No, this one will take a little more because the salt's spread. And I figure that's good. Now, my rings should be clean still because I used the funnel. But I just yank off a piece of paper towel, tuck in the funky edges because I don't want, you know, pieces of paper towel canned in with my roast. High C carton. I don't know, some kind of fruit punch drink box. It's vinegar. Grabbed an empty one today that I had refilled with water to just, you know, use in case I needed to clean something, because I thought, well, any vinegar residue, because I give it a little shaky poo with the rinse water, but I wasn't really worried about it. But the last thing I canned, I grabbed it to wipe off my rims with, and realized I had used the water possibly with a bit of soap in it. Ain't that a hoot? Okay, for the anal people who want the word ball facing forward. Sometimes it's hard to see. There we go. And the label placed forward. I get to say a ball. Facing where it says ball. Does that need to be done? Shoot, no. Does it need to be done with me? You betcha. Does that make me a little OCD nutty? Yeah. Probably. But does it change the canning of the beef? No. Is it still yummily good? You betcha. Hello. Come on. I know, you're having a moment. Get over it, dear. Oh, mercy. That is just a tad off. Frankly, I will try not to look at it. My jars are cleaned and washed. Happy little campers. Oh! Ready to take a jacuzzi. By the way, against the USDA's and the canning supply maker people's recommendations, I will reuse a lid if it looks good enough to me. And here is exactly why I started. Used to, when you bought jars, they didn't want the ring to have a crease in it. And now these stupid canning jar people, you know, they place it down so it already seals and unseals and seals and unseals. It changes with the temperature in the room. You can hear them pop. They're sitting there in the box and you can hear the lids pop and they ping. You know, it's like yeehaw when you've canned something, but when you haven't, it's a sad sound then. But they used to have the lid upside down so it wouldn't suck down to the rim of the jar. Now they put them so there's already an indentation. I think that's just actually done to try to stop us from reusing them. And there are my 2 beef roasts. I had some. My son wanted just a big slab of hamburger baked in the oven the other day with cheese melted through it. So we did that, and here's the leftover. And I put water in because it is already cooked. So that when that comes out, it can go into a noodle casserole or something like that. I have some chicken that I cleaned off. We had thighs the other day for dinner, and I picked off the meat. Here's some of the broth, and so you can see the fat settled on top. And I had a little more broth, and I've got some more there in a pan that I did cook out of the rest. And I'm gonna fix that to can up. But anyway, beef's done. That was our moment for now. And wow, 16 minutes already. Time flies when you're having fun, and goes even slower when you're tired. But you know what? It's like the blessings in the chaos. This is blessings in the tiredness, because this will be so wonderful when I get it done. And once I get that canner packed and I get it cooking, and I start hearing the little rattle of the gauge when the time starts, the pressuring time starts, the cooking time starts, I know I will wake up. I will be proud because it's being taken care of. It's not lost. And I will be thrilled. My heart will sing, and I will wait until it's done, and I will wait and turn it off. I will wait until the temperature drops, and then I would take my jars out, and then I can go to bed. It is 9:19 now. Interesting time to start canning, but like I said, I ain't letting them die. Praise God, from whom all blessings flow. Sometimes they flow when you're tired. Sometimes they flow for a couple days when you were waiting on jars and didn't get them. So you're doing it now so they won't die because you're tired. But like I said, it's all a blessing. It's a huge blessing. I just have to catch it and grab a hold of it, like we just did with the beef. Give it a try. It's delicious. It's tender. It's moist, it's yummy, and wow, you can stick it in anything or have it plain, or, use the broth that makes out, the little beef juice, cow juice. Got some moo juice, there we go. That's not broth, it's the brown kind. Wow, that sounds gross. Yeah, well, anyway, the diarrhea looking stuff will make lovely gravy. That's gross, it's not diarrhea. Beef gravy is awesome. Anyway, I'm checking out for now. Gonna pop back in with something else. Can something. That's my 2 cents worth. Chow for now, and make some chow for later.